Here I am trying to log in with my Jenkins with public IP address 8080. Am I getting the Jenkins? Why we are not getting? Because in last class I clearly said one thing. Whenever you stop the server and start the server, what will happen? Public IP address will change. Correct or not, sir? Of course, I am trying with new public IP only. But whenever you stop the server, service inside server also going to stop or not, sir? This I said in last class or not, sir? So now here, give the command systemctl. First of all, check status Jenkins. What is status now here? Inactive. We need to start. So you can give start or you can give restart as well. Like anything will work. Start or restart. Systemctl start Jenkins now. The moment if I give systemctl start Jenkins, now in Jenkins it is going to load itself from the backend, okay? And now you can give the status after once it is started. It's running now. Am I able to connect for it now? Reload. Am I getting it or not, sir? So how I am getting this one? How I am getting this one, sir? So this already we discussed in last session, right? In last class. Whenever you stop the server, service is also going to be in stopped state. So that's the reason we need to restart the. But you can ask me, sir, in real time, are we going to do this daily? Means in real time, you never stop the servers. Your server must be 24/7 on running status. Clear, no? Fine. Of course, even though if you stop the server, we can make services running in the background. We have a command called chkconfig. By using that command, we can add the service into the background. Even though if we stop the server, if we start it, again, it is going to restart without manual interaction. Clear now? Okay. So in today's class, we are going to talk about Jenkins master and slave, which is very, very important. Actually, I would like to start a pipeline concept today, but unfortunately, like it's weekend, so strength will be always low. So today I'll start the master and slave concept. Definitely, like it is going to be very, very important concept. So make heading master and slave. What is the name of the concept? Master and slave. I already have the notes from my previous session, so like I'm going to use the same thing here. What is the name of the concept, sir? Master and slave. Sir, already in last class we discussed like if I do multiple builds on my Jenkins console, my Jenkins server is going to get the load or not, sir? Like this, I have shown you practically. Jenkins server got crashed and we have make troubleshooting and we have bring it online. So what happened means in real time we have multiple jobs. For multiple jobs we need to build in Jenkins server. In that case, my Jenkins server will definitely affect some load or not, sir? For that purpose, what I am doing is I am creating worker node for my Jenkins. That means till now I am building on which node? Till now, master node, Jenkins master node, right? But from now onwards, I am going to build on worker nodes. Where I'm going to build on? So here, the main purpose of using the master node is it is to distribute the build. What is the main purpose, sir? To distribute the build. That means like currently if I make any build now, it is going to store on my Jenkins master server only. But if I create a slave, that slave is going to take the build instead of master. What is the main purpose is to reduce the load of the Jenkins server. Sir, if I continuously try to click on build now, it is going to have load or not, sir? So in that case, to reduce the load of Jenkins master, I am going to use the which concept? Slave concept. Which concept? Slave means like it is easy. Like let me show you. Like let me draw a diagram for you. Sir, currently it is my CA server. CA means continuous integration server. whatever the var file I'm generating, it is going to store on this server only, right? But instead of that one, I'm going to create one more server. Now this server is going to take the build from master. Whatever the work is going to be done by master, the slave is going to take the work. Who is going to take the work? That means master is going to reduce load or not, sir? No. So in real time, definitely you are going to work with master and slave. Very, very important concept. Okay. Next here, communication between master and slave is going to establish by using SSH communication. Which communication? Sir, already we discussed. SSH is the protocol which is mainly used for the communication purpose. Which purpose? So if master want to communicate with slave, we need to give SSH. So here the main thing is we need to install agent. What we need to install? Agent means Java 11. What is agent means here? That means in slave server, sir, in slave server, we are going to install Java 11. If you don't install Java 11, it is not going to work. How many servers here we want? 2 servers. First one is Jenkins master. Already I have master or not, sir? Then how many servers still I want now? 1 server. In that 1 server, I am going to install what? Java 11 is a. Why? Because if there is no agent, my master and slave will not able to communicate with them. And slave can be platform independent. That means slave you can use Windows server, Linux server, or you can use Mac OS. Like it can be any slave. Okay. So let's create the slave server first of all. Like slave server is nothing but normal server only. Like let me create a normal server. So here I'm gonna click on launch new instance. It is my slave one. What it is? Sir, I'll explain the concept only once. Second time you need to explain me the whole concept. So please listen carefully. Why? Because in interview it's your damn sure question. And in real time work is also you are going to work with master and slave. Next, I'm taking Amazon Linux like server creation, normal server creation only. And here instance type is T2 micro. So key pair I'm gonna give 1045 AM batch. All traffic. That's it. But I'm creating 2 servers. Why? Because first server I'll tell you the connection. Second server only you are going to tell me. Clear now? Click on launch instance. So one is my slave 1, second one is my slave 2. First of all, let's connect with our slave 1 server. Like you can connect with Mobextem as well. CD desktop / key pair. Connect SH client. Sir, it is my slave server. So first one is my Jenkins master. First one is my Jenkins master. Second one is my point number 1 clear. Here in the description notes, I already wrote for you. Instead of writing like lively, I already wrote for my previous batch. I am using the same notes now. Okay. In setup, first of all, create a server and what we need to install? You know the command, right? Amazon Linux extras install Java 11 -openjdk. So let me log into root user. Is my agent installing now? Point number 1 clear. In master and slave, what is your point number 1? Create a slave server and install the. That's it, done. Now, in second point, in the step number 2, you need to go to the Jenkins dashboard. Like we need to set up the server. What we need to do? So go here, go to Jenkins dashboard. Are you seeing manage Jenkins here? In manage Jenkins, there you can see something called as nodes and clouds. Worker node. Click on node. What is my default node? Means built-in node, sir. Which node? It is a default master node. Click on new node. My worker node is slave 1. Click on permanent agent, create. Clear now? One more time I'll tell you. First of all, go back to Jenkins dashboard. Manage Jenkins. Nodes. Click on new node. What is the name of the node? Slave 1. Permanent agent, click on. So now we need to configure the slave server. What we need to do? Number of build executors. That means already what is the default build executor for master? 2 builds. Already I have shown you how to increase the limit, right? Number of build executor means number of builds parallelly this worker node can do. I want minimum 3 builds. That means I can execute parallelly how many builds now? If I put 7 now, how many parallel builds I can able to execute? But I want only 3, it's fine. Point number 1 clear? Remote root directory means, sir, whenever you build something on Jenkins, your output is going to store on which place? Where, lib, Jenkins, workspace. Correct or not, sir? Here my output I want to store on TMP path. Which path? In my remote server, like in my slave server, whenever I build anything, my output want to store on TMP folder. Label means name of the server. Basically, like a label is the way of assigning for the work. Label what I am giving here? Slave 1. What I am giving? Usage. When you want to use means, remember in the drop down section, whenever you are seeing drop down, I'll tell one shortcut. Select the last option. In the last option, I'll explain what it is. Usage means if I use slave 1 only, then only build the job. If I give slave 2, don't build the job. Point number 1 clear? Only build the job label expression matching with this node. That means whenever I give label 1 only, then only build the job. If I don't give slave 1, don't build the job. Point clear? Connection, sir. How master is going to communicate with worker node, sir? SSH. Correct or not? So click on SSH. Host means we need to give the private IP address of our worker node. What we need to give? But before that, number of executor means builds. Remote root directory means output path, where you want to store your output. Label, what I have given here. Usage means if I give slave 1 only, then only build here. Otherwise, don't build. Next, launch method, SSH. Why? Because here I clearly said or not, sir. Launch method, how master is going to communicate with worker node. So now give private IP address of my worker node. How to get the private IP address? Can you get it from here? Slave 1, are you seeing private IP address? Huh? So go to dashboard. Clear now? Now here credential. Credential means we need to give username and password for the server. What we need to give? What is the default username for server? EC2-user. What is the password? Already we are using PEM file or not, sir? In PEM file we have some content or not, sir? That is going to be your password. Clear now? So how to add the credential means, first of all, click on add Jenkins. So I am going to use username with private key. Correct or not, sir? Click on username with private key. What is your default username? EC2-user. And in private key, click on enter directly. Add. Already you have one PEM file. For this server, I use PEM file or not, sir? 1045 batch. Are you seeing my PEM file here? Copy the content from the PEM file. Control A, Control C. Paste it here. Clear, sir? No? I added this one. Okay, so click on add. Now, are you seeing this EC2-user? That's it, done. And after that, verifying strategy, last option, non-verifying strategy. What I am putting? Non-verifying strategy. Now it is done. If I click on save, it is going to launch the slave server. But I'm not going to click on save. Why? Because I'm going to repeat it one more time for you. So this is third time again I'm repeating. This time you tell me. First of all, manage Jenkins. All of you need to tell. Next. Nodes. Next. New node. Next. Slave 1. Click on create. Sir, number of build executors means what? No. It means what actually? Number of builds we want parallelly. I am giving it 3. Remote root directory means where you want to store your output. Here, guys, don't worry. I have given detailed description also. Number of executor means number of parallel builds. Remote root directory means place where you want to store our slave output. Label means Swiggy, but there I have given slave 1. Of course, you can give label your name as well. Okay. Here I am giving label as slave 1. What I am giving? That means if I give slave one only, then only I'm going to get the build, sir. So usage, last option. Launch method, last option. Like try to use last option. And availability also, sorry, availability not like host verifying strategy. Last option. Whenever you see drop down, shortcut is last option, sir. Clear now? And here host means we need to give private IP address of our server. Oh, sorry. Private IP address where we can find. Go to here. Slave one private IP. Clear now? Credentials. How to add credentials? Click on add. Jenkins. What is your username? C2-user. And one more thing here. In kind, I need to select SH username with private key, sir. Already I wrote this point here. If you go and see, in like your launch method, last option, right? In credentials, add Jenkins kind. What I select? Username with private key. Username is private key means PEM file of your server. We need to give. Already I have my PEM file or not, sir? Copy the content from here and paste it on here. This one. Add, paste it here. Done, sir, no? And username is EC2-. And if you want description, you can also write description. For example, I'm using for slave one, right? You can also put slave one here. Click on add. Are you seeing this slave one? That's it. Click on save. Now you are going to launch your slave one. Is the launching done or not, sir? Successfully it is launched. Successfully the slave is. How many builds you are seeing? That means we can parallelly do 3 builds. Now see what will happen is if I go to dashboard now, like I'm gonna build a job one. What I'm gonna build? Or like let me delete all of these jobs. Like let's create a new continuous integration job. I'm deleting all of them. You know how to restore job as well, right? I said that. What is the name of plugin? You forgot. What is the name of the plugin, sir? Job is builder. Job configuration history. What it is? Job configuration history is the plugin which we can use to restore the deleted jobs in Jenkins. So now tell me how to create a continuous integration job. New item. Netflix is my name of the application. Freestyle. Okay, so I need to take the URL, right? So let me go to my GitHub. Raham Sheikh. No, not Raham Sheikh. DevOps by Raham. So here you can see Jenkins Java project. Correct or not, sir? So now what I want to give? Git URL. Next, I want to give execute shell, or I can use invoke top level Maven targets. Here I can give clean. Clear or not, sir? Click on sir. So now whenever I click on build now, by default it is going to store on master node. Correct or not? If you want me to show, go for logs here. In the logs, it is building on built-in node. Built-in node means by default master node. But sir, what is the purpose of creating master and slave concept? I want to build this on my worker node. Where I want to build this? In my worker node, if I go to cd/tmp, it is the path or not, sir, I have given. I want my output here. Currently, do I have any output here? Workspace output, no, right? So the moment if I go and click on configuration, in the configuration, you can see the restrict project, right? Click on this restrict project. What is the label I have given for slave one? Slave one. That's it. You don't do anything now. The moment if I click on save and if I click on build now, my output is going to place on slave one. Where my output is going to build? But what happened there? Matching not found. No, not that one. Like you got the build failure, right? Of course, it is valid failure only. There is a reason. Try to troubleshoot this one now. See what is going to happen. There is one small logic we are missing. Can anyone tell me? I can tell that directly, but I want you to tell me how to troubleshoot this issue. I'll give you a couple of minutes of time. See the error and try to troubleshoot. Time not. Think logical. I am building my source code on worker node. Worker node is newly created. I am giving the hint already. Sorry? Communication is there. Agent is installed already. You are telling? Version? No. I am giving the hint. I freshly created my worker node. I am doing continuous integration. Continuous integration means continuous build plus continuous test. Setup is connection. I'll give guarantee. Setup is correct only. But why it is failing? What is missing there? Only small logic point. Setup again, no. I am building on my worker node. Worker node is freshly created. I am trying to get the source code. I am trying to build it, but it is failing. Why? Huh? You are telling answer correctly, but tell me the full answer. Correct only. Sir, you are building on which node, sir? Worker node. Worker node is freshly created or not, sir? Continuous integration means build plus test. Which tool will do build and test? But have I installed Maven here? MVN -- version. Do I have Maven, sir? No. To get the source code, we need to have Git or not, sir? But do I have Git, sir, here? Git is not there. Maven is not there. Then how source code is going to build and test, sir? We need to install them or not? That is the issue. You can find it here. It is clear telling that error performing Git command. Error performing Git command means Git command is not there. If Git is not there, how can I get the source code, sir? You got the logic point, no? That's it. So now try to install Git and Maven. Tell me the command. Yum install Git Java 1.8.0. Why Java 1.8.0? Because Maven dependency. Yeah, online, like I got some answers from you. Thank you. Jenkins not properly installed. No, Satya. No. Fine. So that is a small logic point. Is the logic point clear for you now? Why it got failed? So now go here. I'll do nothing, sir. Now I have Git, Maven, and Java or not, sir? I'll click on build now. Just that's it. It's going to enough. Is it building now? Is my output is going to show on TMP path or not? If you go and see, click on the console output. Sir, if you go to the top now, like click on full log. If you go to top now, sir, it is currently where it is building, sir. What is the output here? Like my output is on TMP. Where it is on? Previously in TMP, you don't have workspace. But are you seeing workspace now? Newly came. CD workspace. Inside workspace, my job name is Netflix. Are you seeing my target folder here? Inside target, are you having the var file or not, sir? Generally, we build on master node. Which node? But I am building on which node now? Slave node. Why I am building on slave node? To reduce the load of master. Clear or not, sir? Concept clear. So now again, same setup I'm going to show you one more time. You will have complete clarity now. I'm not going to tell anything. I already set up one worker node. Second worker node, you need to tell me why. Because we've seen this concept 3 times. For the very first time only. Now you tell me how to set up the slave node. But, okay. Dashboard, next. New item. Slave 2. Freestyle. Next. Okay. Man, we are setting up the slave, right? We are setting up the job here. Manage Jenkins. Next. Nodes. New node. Slave 2. Next. Copy exist means like already have one slave, right? You can copy settings from there directly. But I don't do it. Click on create. Number of build executors means it means number of parallel builds. Now this time I'll give 4. Remote root directory means where your output is going to store, TMP. Next, label. This time I'm giving Ram. Of course, I can give my name as well. It depends upon me. If you want to have clarity, you can give slave to, or you can give Ram as well. Usage. Last option. Launch method. Last option. Host name means slave to IP. Credentials. How to add credential? Click on add Jenkins. Here kind. SH username with private key. Description, I am using this for slave to. Okay. Username is private key. Enter private key. Add. Already I have my PEM file opened. Same PEM file. I use it for both servers. Save it now. Add. So now here I want to select slave 1 or slave 2. And verifying strategy again. Drop down. Click on save. Correct or not, sir? Correct or not? If I click on save, it is going to fail. Fail. If you want to bet, like let's have a bet here. What is happening, sir? Everything is correct, right? Sure. What is the thing you have missed here? Try to think logically. Setup is correct. I'll give you damn sure, but you miss something. What is that something? That something is causing everything mistake. What's it? No. Okay, I'll give you one hint. Try to read these first 3 to 4 lines. You can get it. Hint is there only. Communication is like someone said here just now. I heard it. Install. Sir, Java 11 is agent or not, sir? I clearly said without Java 11 it is not going to work or not, sir? Then how you missed it? If I install Java 11, it is going to come offline. Like online now. If you go to here, sir, currently if I go to slave 2, in slave 2, click on logs. Logs means it is going to tell what happened. It is going to tell launching failed. Why it is failed? Java not found. Java not found. Now try to install Java, sir. Connect to your worker node like here. Next. What is the command to install Java? M not Amazon. Why? Because Java 11 required Amazon Linux extras. So like I'm not updating this one to save some time. Sudo -i. Command is Amazon Linux extras. Clear now? It will work or not, sir? Work or not? Can you do set up one more time? Yes or no? Tell me something. So if I want to set up means everything we need to start from scratch, right? I don't do this. What I will do is I'll go to the status here. Are you seeing launch agent here? If you click on launch agent, it is going to start now. Is it working fine now? Agent launched successfully and working online. If you go to here, sir, is setup required second time here? I can click on relaunch or not. This is how you need to work. Clear now? Okay. Now again, Tell me the process of doing continuous integration on slave 2. How to do it? So go to dashboard. In Netflix, I want to build this on my worker node 2. What I want to do now? Go to configuration. Can we change here, restrict this project here? What is the label for slave 2? Slave 2 only, right? Put here slave 2. Directly it is going to build on which nodes are now? It is going to build on which node? Will it build? It will fail. Why it will fail again? Because there is no Maven and Git. So try to install then one more time. Install Git Java 1. So now I am going to install all of them. Sir, now if I try to click on build now, is it going to work or not, sir? Sure. Bloody sure, eh? No, no. Yes or no? It is going to work now. Why? Because everything is there, right? So it is going to work. Is it working now? That's it. Is the concept clear about now, like how is going to work master and slave, sir? Clear or not? Huh? It failed, eh? Of course, like before installation, I clicked on build now, na? It will work now. So click on build now. Like even the packages are not installed previously, like I click in the middle, right? In the middle of installation package, I click on build now, so it got failed. Is it working now? The reason why it failed means while I'm installing the package, I click on build now. Packages are not installed fully. I click on build now, it got failed there. Clear now? So this is the way how you are going to install the packages and how to set up the master and slave. Concept clear, sir? No? Yes or no? Or can you do it one more time? One more time, huh? Now I don't do. One of you are going to come here and do it. Who is going to come? Who is that brave lucky boy? Who is going to come here? Like I'll guide you, na. Okay, decide and let me know. I'll give a couple of minutes of time. Who is going to come now? No one. How many of you want the job? Everyone. But nobody wants to come here and nobody wants to do in front of this one, right? For example, like if this task given on your real time, what will you do, sir? You go. Are you going to push other people or what? Who is going to come here now? Anyone from the class? I'll guide you. Huh? Okay. Come. I'll create server for you. So like you do the process. So click on launch. Like let me create server first of all. I don't do anything for the next few minutes. Like he's going to do everything. Like the server is slave 3. Guys, it is the 4th time. Nobody is going to repeat this much of times. But why I'm repeating means? Why I'm repeating? To give you the clarity. Without clarity of master and slave, you cannot work on real time. That's what damn sure I'm giving. So server is connected here. So I'm going to give you the server connection as well. Now try to do setup. Please go ahead. And try to explain them as well. So okay, fine, I'm with you, right? So first.
So we need to create one slave server, right?
Slave is already created. Just do setup. How to do setup. And we can install package later as
well. Okay. So Go to the configuration.
No, first of all, it is set up slave. Manage Jenkins.
Nodes.
Not telling from there.
Click on new node.
You do.
Node name is
Try to explain that.
slave 3. So we will be using the permanent agent. Create. So number of executors will be 3. So we will be building 3.
It's a bit louder.
And the remote root is temp. We will be storing our TMP. Okay. TMP.
Label, you can give your name as well. Like try to give your name label this time. Label I am giving slave and slave to right, but in real time, of course, you can give your name as well, but we will give environment names basically.
Always we need to select the last option in these.
That's a shortcut actually.
Shortcut, yeah.
Next, host means
IP address.
no, you need to add first credentials. Add
Jenkins.
Then in kind. Click on drop on there. Yeah.
SSH. Okay.
Then
Yes.
ID not.
Okay, username, sir, right?
So you need to give here on user.
C2 hyphen user.
Next, scroll down. Private key,
This
private key.
is we have that, right, sir? It's in Notepad. Okay.
Add. Account drop down. No. Add
Again?
credentials. You given the credential, right?
Yeah.
So you need to add here. Click on drop down.
Here.
Drop
Okay.
down. Second one. No, second one. Basically, you need to give description here, but
Okay.
unfortunately, you missed it. Okay, fine. Now click on
Save.
save. What will happen now?
It will not work.
It will not work. Why it will not work?
We need to install the Maven and Git for
Credential
this.
first of all
Java.
Okay, so it got failed here. Launching status, right? So now try to install Java. That one, man. So now, unfortunately, what happened means here, if you go to here, it got
Fail.
fail. It's still a launch status only, but it will not launch. Why? Because first of all, you're going to install. And if you want to see the live logs, like here, if you see in the logs, what is happening here? Basically, the key you given, right? That's the wrong key. That's the reason it's coming. Okay, let me give the right key now. Okay, so basically, he forgot to give the description for the key. When we try to forget the description for the key, like what happened is it won't work actually. One more thing is here. I'll tell you one more thing, sir. Here, key name is 1045 batch, right? So what he have done is like, unfortunately, haven't given description. For that purpose, it is not working, but don't worry. I'll delete the agent and I'll launch one more time. So now tell me the process. New node, slave 3, permanent agent, create. Next. Labels, I'm giving it as Raham, my name. Usage. Launch method. Host means we need to give the IP address of what? Public or piping? Public or private? Private. Why? Because in real time we work with private IPs only. Public IPs we not expose. Credentials add Jenkins. So first of all, give description. It is I'm using for my username. So already I have my PEM file here. Directly add, paste it here. Add. So now you need to select here slave 3 row, right? Verifying strategy, non-verifying. Again, last option. Now if you click on save, it is going to launch, but unfortunately it is going to, why it is going to fail, sir? Java is not installed. So now how to install Java? Sudo -i, and again, like it's Amazon Linux 2023, Amazon Linux extras. Basically, like I'll tell you one thing. It is Amazon Linux 2023 flavor, right? So here Amazon Linux will not work. Yum install Java 11 hyphen OpenJDK hyphen y. 1 second. Guys, like don't confuse. Here I have taken new flavor of my operating system. Like basically we need to select Amazon Linux too, but here I selected Amazon Linux 2023. So default JRE I'm gonna use. I am install. Command option. Unknown command or option install. 1 second. Let me get this like from official documentation. Java 11 installation on Amazon 2023. So basically they are going to give official documentation. Whenever you don't know something, we need to refer to the official documentation. Are you seeing the line short here? If you see, like you can get the commands here. Are you seeing this one? For Java 11, have you seen this one? Try to use this commands. Unfortunately, I have done some mistake here, but I hope like in practice, you don't do this mistake. Is it installing now? DNF is a package. Like instead of using yum, here we need to use DNF. Try to check your Java 11 is working or not. So we already discussed, depends upon the AMI, your package manager and commands are going to change. Clear now? So if I give Java -version, what I'm going to get, sir, here? 11. Correct or not? Now if I go and if I click on launch one more time here, so here you can go here. Disconnect. 1 second. There is a launch, right? Go to logs. Yeah. In logs, agent successfully connected or not, sir? Agent successfully connected and it became online now. Now if you go and see, is my slave 3 working or not, sir? It's working or not? So now how to build on slave 3? Now you tell me the process. Go to dashboard. Netflix here. I need to select only one thing. What is it? Configure. Next give on. Here, what is the label for slave 3? Raham is the label this time. If I click on save, but before building now, I need to install one more thing. What are those? Yum install Java 1.8.0 hyphen open JDK and Maven. And apart from that, I need to install git -y. But again, like yum here will not work. Why? Because we need to use DNF. What we need to use? DNF. Why? Because it is a package manager. DNF. .0 is missing, right? Okay, let me check here again. Have you seen this one? To install like Java. So which package manager it is working here? DNF. Why DNF means? Unfortunately, we selected the wrong AMI. It's installing Java 1.8.0 now. So it is only installing Java, but we need to install again Maven and Git as well. If I install and if I click on build now, it is going to build or not, sir? So that is how the master and slave is going to work. Is the concept clear for all of you now? First of all, what is master and slave? Use it to distribute the bills. How master is going to communicate with slave? Here we are using label. Label means way of assigning the work. If I give the label only, then only build is going to happen. If I don't give the label, is the build going to happen, sir? No. And as a Jenkins administrator, we need to keep eye on some small things. Okay, it is Jenkins admin task. I'm going to tell you now. If you go to manage Jenkins, go to nodes here. Sir, I want to check which node is activating. Like I want to check one thing. What that means, which node is having the highest load. I want to check it. In that case, for example, if you go to slave one, are you seeing the stats are here? If you click on stats, it is going to give the load of the Jenkins slave one or not, sir? And you can click the system information. That means it is going to tell all the properties of my slave one. Which one? Slave one. And apart from this, if you go to nodes here, so here you can see, if you go to built-in node, are you seeing build history now? That means how many builds happen on this node? Sir, in this node, how many builds happen, sir, today? How many builds happen? One build. Of which job? Netflix. Again, if we go to slave one, sir, in slave one, go for build history. How many builds happen, sir? Two builds. Build number 2 and build number 3 of Netflix job. Showing or not, sir? So if we want to see the load of my Jenkins master and slave, we need to go for build history. Where we need to go for? Why we need to see this means sometimes we need to check which server is getting more load. If server is getting more load, we need to distribute load to some other servers. If I want to see the load of my server, I need to go to build history or not, sir? That's it. Of course, Jenkins admin is going to do all of these activities, but it is better to have somewhat of knowledge for you. Clear now? That's it. And if I want to delete the nodes now, how to delete a node? Basically, click on slave 3, click on delete agent. Why it is not working properly, you know? Disk space is too low. What is slow here? So this is having only 0.4 GB in TMP folder. So what we can do is, if I go to cd/tmp, in TMP, rm-rf star, have I removed everything now? Now if we click on bring back this node to online. Like these are all troubleshooting techniques, guys. Now this node become online or not, sir? See, learning the concept is never important. Learning the troubleshooting is important. Why? Because in real time, everyone can do the work, sir. But the person who can do troubleshooting is matters. Clear now? If you want to get this clarity, like speak with your friends and relatives who is working on real time. Ask them how difficult is troubleshooting. Okay? Learning the concepts are never interesting. But troubleshooting is going to be very interesting as well as more realistic in real time. Clear now? Of course, I can tell the concepts only. I can skip the troubleshooting. Why? Because troubleshooting is not mentioned anywhere in the course. But the reason why I'm teaching you is for your knowledge purpose. Lot of people here for experience only. I know. It's for especially you people. Clear then? Okay. So is the master and slave clear for all of you now? Can we go for one more concept? Don't tell no. I said only one concept. And one concept, how many times I explained, sir? 4 5 times, right? Is anyone going to explain like this? But why I'm explaining? To give the clarity. Your clarity is very, very important. It doesn't matter how much I teach. The only thing that matter for me is how much you got today. Okay. So next job is next concept is linked jobs. Make the heading as linked jobs. What is the name of the concept, guys? What is linked job? For example, if I have two jobs, job one is linking with job two, then you can call it as linked job. Which job? How many types we have? I'll show one practical example for you. If you go and see now. So, for example, like what exactly will happen, if I click on Netflix, for example, Netflix is going to give me the WAR file. WAR file I want to deploy or not, sir? Of course, for deployment, you can write another job or you can use same job as well. For example, I'm going to create a new job. I'm just giving an overview. Deployment. Job name is deployment, but of course, I'm not configuring anything here. Click on save. Sir, for example, if I run Netflix job, it need to run the deployment job. That means Netflix job is depending upon which job? That means these two are linked or not, sir? Linked job means if I run one job, first job is going to trigger second job. So this is what you call as linked jobs. Which job, sir? Sir, when I run Netflix, then only I want to trigger deployment or not? Of course, there I haven't write any configuration. I'll write configuration on your upcoming classes. How to do deployment. Click on Netflix. Click on. You can go for post-build actions. Post-build action means actions that is going to happen after build. What is the meaning of post-build action? In post-build action, are you seeing build other projects? Sir, after your Netflix project is built, which job you want to build? Deployment. That's it. So now what happened, if I run Netflix job now, after this job is done, it is going to trigger deployment job. See, how many builds you have on deployment? How many builds you have on deployment? Only one. No, deployment you don't have any builds. But after Netflix is done, it is going to trigger which job? Deployment job. Netflix is running on slave number 3 basically. So just to give you LL. In slave number 3, I seeing workspace here. CD workspace. What is the name of the job? Netflix. Go to target. Of course, it is not created till now. Wait. Still it is running now. Wait for it. You can go here. The build got failed. Why it got failed? 1 second. Like here, there is no Git actually. Do you have Git here? Git okay, let's do one thing. Let's try to install this on like slave 2. Let me build on slave 2. Configure. If I want to build on slave 2, I need to remove the label or not, sir? Label of my slave 2 is slave 2. Click on slave. Now it is going to work fine. Why? Because in slave 2 I have my packages or not. Done now? After that, it is directly going to trigger deployment. Sir, have a click build now on deployment, sir. But automatically I got build number 1 or not. Now if I build the job one more time, I'm going to get build number 2 for deployment. Why? Because I trigger Netflix job. Which job I trigger? Netflix job is running or not, sir? Once that is done with the triggering, deployment is on queue or not? My deployment is going to run now. Why? Because I linked to the projects. What I have done? Once I deployed the Netflix application, it is going to run the job number 2 called deployment. Is the concept clear now? This is what you can call as linked jobs. Of course, in real time, you don't use this one. On some very, very rare occasions only, we are going to touch these kind of concepts. Clear now? But in interview, they might ask you. If someone asks you what is the meaning of linked job, what you can tell? It's a job use it to link it with other job. That means if job 1 is done with the build, it is going to trigger job 2. How to do this? First of all, you need to go for configuration. First of all, you need to go for configuration, like I am telling here. Configuration. In configuration, you need to give post build actions. Which actions? In post build action, we need to click on build other projects. And here you can click on like name of the job. Yeah, sure. Name of the job and click on save. Name of job 2. So first of all, create a job before that. Okay. Create a job 2. After I created the job, go to job 1. In job 1, you need to click on configuration. Okay. In configuration, you need to select post build action. After that, build other projects. Then we need to give the name of the job to and click on save. Clear now, sir? This is what you can call as linked projects. Of course, here how many types we have? What is the meaning of upstream, downstream? You know, it is way of identifying the job. For example, if I build Netflix, it is going to build deployment or not, sir? If I go to deploy Netflix, sir, downstream means after I build only Netflix, then only deployment is going to come or not, sir? That is called as down. Which one? Down means if I build Netflix, then only which job will build? Deployment. If I go to deployment, in deployment you can see upstream. Why? Because if I build Netflix only, then only deployment is going to trigger or not, sir? Like upstream and downstream is to identify the jobs only. Clear now? So this is about the linked jobs. And one more thing is like with the help of SonarQube, we can do the code quality testing of a source code. Like till now you are generating the WAR file, but we tested with the help of Maven only. That is called as unit testing. Which testing? But sir, we need to check the quality of code or not, sir? How to check the quality of code? By using SonarQube tool. Which tool? SonarQube. Let's start today or tomorrow? Especially Monday. Monday, I'm trying to start pipelines. Today or like next class? Let's go one by one. Today. Yesterday, na? Okay. Not only there. Monday, What about you boys? Monday, next second row. Okay, let's go with the polling better. Like raise your hands. Who won today? Who won today? You said today only, right? Then why you are not raising the hands? Who won tomorrow? Tomorrow. Like tomorrow means next class, man. Monday. Okay, majority of the action goes to Monday only. So let's discuss on this on Monday's class. Okay. So in today's class, we seen only master and slave concept. Which concept? Okay. So in your next class, I'm going to start pipeline, not this SonarQube. Okay. So pipeline is very, very important. Basically, I need to start today only.